Shaquille, when did you get your first paid gig, and was it with wrestling or was it with acting?
When did you turn pro? Yeah.
When did I turn pro?
Yeah.
It was with the acting. It was with the arts. Yes, I booked my first role. It was 2014, and it was a hockey commercial. It was yeah, I can't find it for the life of me. Maybe I could dig through my emails or something, but no, I couldn't find it. It was like a web commercial, and yeah, I booked it with this dude who worked at the gym that I worked out at. And I was like, bro, you work out at that gym? What? Okay. So yeah, you know what I mean? And I could do a little, I could talk about, something like that a little more after. But yeah, 2014 summer, that was my first gig. It was a hockey commercial. And the scene was we were in the basement just watching the game, and I had to eat. I had to eat for my first gig. So every take, Lars, you know about this. Brandon, you probably do too, right? It was Tostitos. I just got some Tostitos today, actually. And me, I'm a plain Jane when it comes to food. I don't like things on my food. I eat my hot dogs bare. So I was like, oh, I get to eat Tostitos? They put cheese and the peppers and all this crap on the chips. I'm like, oh, damn. I'm like, okay. Right? So every take was pick up, bite, and I'm tasting everything, and then cut, spit. I'm like, right? I had to spit it out in the bucket and everything like that.
Right.
But yeah, man, I was on a damn roll that year, starting that summer. That was my first thing, was that. And then I ended up booking my first speaking role on a show called Beauty and the Beast that shot in Etobicoke here, starring Jay Ryan and Kristen Cruick from the Smallville fame.
Nice.
But yeah, that was awesome. I got to play a nurse and everything like that, and hand them a clipboard and speak. And I was on camera. I was like, yo, I got this, bro. And then I ended up coming back and doing another episode. Man, I was like, yo, this is the life. Okay. And then after that, it's just been like, you know what I mean? Y'all know how the business goes. But that was my first paid gig. Hockey commercial. I got to eat food. You know what I mean? It was cool. It was cool.
I like that you mentioned having this spit bucket, which for those of you who aren't necessarily in the acting world, what ends up happening on food commercials is you have to take that hero bite and just be like, oh, that's the best thing. Like before this bite, my life was terrible, but after this bite, no problems. Everything is the best. But in a commercial world, they might shoot it 50 times from a bunch of different angles. And if you were to actually consume that, you'd be maybe puking by the end of it.
Bro.
So
Jenna Fisher actually talks about in her book, in The Office, they had like this scene with a mint chocolate chip ice cream cake. And like her and Mindy Kaling would just eat the cake because they wanted to eat this ice cream cake so much, and then got super high off the sugar, and then crashed, and then still had 8 hours of filming to do. And then because they botched so many takes, they had to do it again the next day. And then they realized about the spit bucket that was there.
I did a commercial one time where on my line, it was sort of a montagey commercial where a bunch of different people had a line about the product. And it had nothing to do with French fries, but I was a guy in a diner saying my line and then chomping on some French fries. And I don't know, we must have, like, we did tons of different variations. We did different variations of the line, different timing of the line, like different ways. And then so by the end of it, I ate like 2 giant plates. Like I wasn't thinking in my head, I'm like, oh, free French fries, wicked. But by the end, I remember we shot in Hamilton, and I was taking the GO train there and back, and on the back on the GO train, I was like, oh shit, I had a worse stomach ache. I felt like I wanted to puke, and it was like a non-union early gig for like, I think I got paid $100 to go eat two plates of French fries and be sick on the way back. Brilliant.
Moral of this story is always use your spit bucket. It helps.
Always, guys. Always. Right. Yeah, man.
Right. Yeah, no shade to Tostitos. Shaquille loved those Tostitos. But,
they were great.
You should have been spitting them out.
Putting stuff on them. Damn. And I was hungry that day too. I was willing to eat, but you know.
And I like how you said you don't like anything on your hot dogs, because I don't like anything on my burgers.
Plain. My
Yeah.
favorite potato chips are Lay's original.
Thank
All
you.
right?
Or
That's
lightly
it.
salted. Lightly salted, I love.
All right.
Give me some sodium. It's fine. But
I'm gonna jump in here on that one.
Yes.
I can see the potato chips thing. I personally, and I can empathize with that because I also like plain Miss Vicky's, but I don't know that I would get a regular. To Miss Vicky's to me is like, if plain is here, Miss Vicky's is like it's a little extra. Like they're like
I agree with that.
primo. But I don't know about plain burgers. To me, I'm a make it a meal guy. Like when I go to the street meat things, I'm like, I'll pay $5 for whatever the thing is, but then I'm getting olives, I'm getting onions, I'm getting sauerkraut, I'm getting bacon, I'm getting nacho cheese, I'm getting mayo, I'm getting relish, I'm getting corn relish, and then it's just this big giant thing.
Don't get me wrong, Lars. Like when it comes to certain foods like burgers, you can't eat that dry. Come on now. That's when you gotta put stuff on it. I'll put stuff on my burger for sure. Right?
All right.
Well, certain foods for me, they just gotta be plain. And then I'm good. You know what I mean?
Let's talk this through with BK Broiler here. With the nickname BK Broiler, you eat plain burgers? What kind of psycho are you? Explain yourself.
What I want on my burger is I want a fried egg, I want bacon, I want sauteed mushrooms, onion strings, ketchup, and mustard. That's what I want on my burger.
That's tons of things. I thought you said you just liked them bare.
I don't like vegetables on my burgers. I don't like the lettuce. I don't like the tomato. I don't like mayonnaise. I hate mayonnaise.
You don't like anything like salad related on your burger.
I'm not gonna make it a meal like you are. I want a burger. I want fries, and I want a shake or whatever.
Right. What do you usually order at Riverside Burgers? Shout out to our neighbors, Riverside Burgers here. They're friends of ours, and they're always amazing to us. But you always order something fancy there, don't you?
Yeah, I usually either get the lamb burger, the brunch burger, which is fantastic.
That has the egg on it, right?
Yeah, that has the egg.
Right.
And then I think there's a mushroom burger or something. I don't know. I have only been there a couple times.
They always have sauteed onions, and there's always fancy sauces. They're big on aioli.
You got to do the sauteed onions right. Like you got to cook it for a long time. Sauteed onions aren't just like a thing that you cook for like 5 minutes and then they're done. You have to like really take out the water from them so that they are nice. There's sugar. There's stuff to it. There's not. It's not like a just regular plain old onion. Because I'm sorry, I don't want to eat an onion. I'm not the Grinch. I'm not going to bite into an onion.
You heard it here first, Laughing Viking listeners. Do not fuck with BK Broiler's sauteed onions. And if you ever invite them over for dinner and you're having sauteed onions, for God's sakes, do them right.
I was just about to give him credit right there on that promo you cut. Let me explain that. In professional wrestling, when the wrestlers talk smack on the mic, that's called cutting a promo. And when Brandon just went in on what he wanted on his burger, I said, that was perfect. He's like, here's what I want. I want the onions. I was like, that's a promo right there, bro. Your character is set. I'm telling you, BK Broiler is like, we coming soon to a wrestling ring near you. Do not mess with his burgers, or else he'll give you the sandwich slam. He'll give you the hamburger. That's his finisher.
Yeah, I like it.
I love that.
Yeah,
I like it. He's like, oh, brother, you do not mess with the BK Broiler.
No.
You do not mess with the BK Broiler sauteed onions, brother.
Do not, or else you're gonna get the quarter pounder. That's what you're gonna get.
And then maybe you throw handfuls of sauteed onions at them after you pin them, and do you just eat them? Maybe that's a waste of sauteed onions.
Do what the $1 Million Man did after he finished his opponents. He would stuff a dollar bill in their mouth, take a burger, and just eat that. There you go.
You've been BK broiled.
There you go.
I feel like you could get Burger King to sponsor you for that. Except the BK broiler, was it a chicken sandwich? I feel like it was a chicken sandwich at Burger King, but whatever. There's multiple BK.
Can we not get McDonald's to sponsor me instead?
Oh man!
Not, you have to be called the Big Mac.
Hopefully no rep for Mickey D's are watching.
The BK Mac attack. No, we gotta get sponsored by.
I could talk about McDonald's all day.
We need to get sponsored by someone healthy and sustainable and not jammed full of chemicals. We're gonna get maybe if there's a good onion farmer out there. Let's get sponsored. We'll just get sponsored by A Vegetables. But today's episode is sponsored by carrots.